Chris Brown got an extra 1,000 hours of community service and went on a rant saying that the DA was racist.
Ain't got nothing to do with race, dog. You just light skinned, Chris. Like, listen, none of Chris' rants come from anything other than him being light skinned. And I like Chris Brown, but you're too sensitive to all the wrong things, dog. I actually sent my man Boo as his manager a text and just told us, man, this was after I think he had caught a seizure. So I'm like, yo, man, tell homie hold his head. And like when they said the seizure was caused by stress and constant attacks, I believe it.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. But my brother, you're allowing this stuff to hurt you. You're allowing this stuff to have an effect on you. Pay it no mind, brother. Like, that's what I would do. I wouldn't pay it no attention. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can make you angry without your consent. Nobody can stress you out without your consent. Nobody can piss you off without your consent. It's just certain things I wouldn't even give a F about. All right, you got 1,000 more hours of community service. Maybe you did your community service the first time. Maybe you didn't.
Well, to be fair, the chief of police ended up having to resign because he was caught faking Chris's hours.
All right, Chris. So if that is really what happened, because I don't know the details of the story, but if that is really what happened, that's your fault. You caused that on yourself. Nobody did that to you, Chris. You had the guy do you a favor because you're a celebrity. You didn't do your community service, so now you really have to go do your community service. Just go do it and shut the fuck up forever about it. Just get it done. Once you get it done, it won't be no issues. It won't be no problems. Why do we cause this kind of shit on ourselves? Like me, I'm the type of person, I truly believe that everything that happens to you in your life is because of something you did or because of something you didn't do. Bottom line, point blank, period. He didn't do his community service, or he didn't do all of it. So now he's got to do 1,000 hours. Whose fault is it? If you'd have just did what you were supposed to do the first time, then you wouldn't be in this situation.
What do you think about Chris's recent blood ties? Like him saying on Pyru and his tweets, tweeting fruits in Pyru, Hawaii, graffitiing, spray painting stuff, and the little jab he took at Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Well, that goes back to what I said earlier about once you put yourself in a box, you have to live that. Chris put himself in a box. Like me, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If I was Chris Brown, when that situation first happened with him and Rihanna, I'd have put out a gospel album. No, I'm dead ass, yo. It's easy, it's easy to look at it in hindsight, but I would have put out a gospel album. I wouldn't have got no tattoos. There wouldn't have been no neck tattoos, no tattoos all over my arm. I'd have put out a gospel album, and I would have showed that I'm really, really, really remorseful. I'd have been so goody two shoes, but he did the exact opposite. He went the bad boy route. He went and got all the tattoos. He started rebelling. That's when I really first started hearing all of the quote-unquote blood affiliation. That's when he was, wearing red and doing the Pyru stuff and throwing up signs. Like, no, man. No. You're making it to where nobody's ever really going to forgive you now. Even though people should have been over this a long time ago, yes, they should have. Leave Chris Brown alone. He's, I guess he's paid his debt to society. Rihanna forgave him. They've had sex since then. They've been together since then. No need for us to still be harping on Chris Brown. But even though people haven't gotten over it, don't continue to give people reasons to say you're an effed up individual. And guess what gang affiliation is going to do? Make people think that you're a real effed up individual. So to me, it's like you're playing it all wrong. More power to ASAP. This Rihanna's a bad chick. Anytime you can get to say, yo, I got Rihanna on my belt, salute to you. I ain't never mad about any rumor involving a dude and Rihanna. Do I believe all of them? Nah. Because I believe that Rihanna is a young girl who's having a whole lot of fun, as she should. But come on, man. I just don't think it's that easy to give a Rihanna. Like, that's Rihanna, dog, at the end of the day. She ain't like just some... She's cool as a chick next door, but I'm pretty sure she knows her worth and her value. And I don't think she's out there spreading herself that thin.
Her and Drake were seen out together recently. Think Drake is hitting Rihanna?
I don't know, but why can't a guy and girl be friends? Like, you know how many girlfriends I got that I'm not even remotely smashing bad chicks, but every time I put a picture up on Instagram, they be like, yo, he gotta be hitting that. Why? It's because that's my girl, like Melanie Iglesias, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? We hang out, we kick it. I ain't hitting that. My homegirl Nessa, I'm not hitting that. Like Angela Yee, I'm not hitting that. That's just my folk. My good friends. It's like, why can't a guy and a girl just hang out and kick it? I'm so glad that, I'm surprised we haven't gotten to the point that when you and a guy post a picture up with each other, they'll be like, oh, they gotta be fucking. They gotta be fucking. Well, you know what? They do that. I swear they do that with me and Little Duval. They fucking. Like, God damn, what kind of world do we live in?
Well, you know, I mean, they said that one line, that one Drake line was about Rihanna. So that she could be an award winner, so treat her like a nominee. Just want to see how that pussy tastes, so one time is fine with me.
I mean, I dig that line. And the reason I dig that line is because you shouldn't treat any girl better. Like, I mean, even if you know, like, I'm the type person, if I know your status, I know kind of what your money like, but I'm gonna treat you like a regular chick. Like, if you ever read a book by The Game by Neil Strauss, and he talks about how you gotta throw a nag at people, a nag at certain chicks, yeah, I might walk up to Rihanna and just be talking to her and be like, man, hold up, let me pull out some gum, give her some gum, like, breath a little. just because, just to knock her, just to be like, what the, he just told me my breath stink? Yeah, I did. Just to bring everything down to here, so we're on an even plane. Like, you're a human being, like I'm a human being. Only difference between me and you, young lady, is you get a period every month. That's it. But that's Drake rapping. When he raps, he's one of the best, dog. Like, he says shit I've never heard before.
You don't. Like, I can't go in somebody else's house, and even though they let me wear their clothes and eat their food, that's not my house.